Welcome to TMZ Live. Harvey Levin here.
Charles here.
So tomorrow morning, Charlie Sheen will go on the Today Show and tell Matt Lauer that he is HIV positive. And this is obviously a big deal. And it is something that apparently Charlie has been dealing with for well over a year. But he is doing this because all of this had been seeping out. I mean, there were stories that came out last week and stories before that that were circulating around town.
The stories that came out before never mentioned a name, and then a story came out and there was a tabloid report that actually named Charlie.
But this has been circulating actually on various levels for a while, and now Charlie has decided to take the bull by the horns and to go on television and talk about it. It is a little problematic for him.
Well, and the reason it's problematic, one, Harvey, is because there is people that he's had situations with where if they didn't know his status when it was happening, they may have lawsuits on their hands. And I can tell you that this has been going on with him for over a year. And I can tell you that some of these people who went to Charlie's house or hung out with him, he's had to settle cases involving those people because of the fact that he's HIV positive. In some of those cases, we're told that Charlie decided, in confidence to talk to some of his friends about his status, mostly to get advice and to talk it out with people, but not everybody's a great friend. And the word started to spread around town.
So in other words, they betrayed his confidence.
Right, they betrayed his confidence, and then you have the people who have been in situations with Charlie that feel like they should have known his status while they were in that situation, so they went to him. Now, when you go to Charlie Sheen's house, if you're somebody that hangs out with them, especially girlfriends, people of that nature, have to sign confidentiality agreements on most occasions that say, if you have a legal issue with me, there's a binding arbitration, which means stays out of the public courts. If you have a legal issue,
that can all be handled privately.
It can all be handled lawyer to lawyer, right?
And so, Mike, so the upshot is that Charlie has settled some of these cases where people have heard the word and gone to him and made noises about a lawsuit or an arbitration.
Lawsuit or about going public and making accusations against him. So he settled with several of these people.
Well, and one person, guys, that I just talked to about this said that also people, in the tabloids have already, labeled this hush money. But the reality is, I was just talking to somebody who said, it's also that Charlie Sheen, there's a situation where he is HIV positive, it's a medical condition, he gets to release that the way he wants to release it. And if he's decided to go on the Today Show and talk to Matt Lauer, that he has every right to do that. And in some of these instances, it was before he may have been comfortable admitting it, talking about it, and going over it with anyone in the public. So I think that's what's going on here.
Well, I think the other way of looking at it, Mike, which is I believe is more accurate, is that the floodgates were opening, and he decided to try and be as proactive as he could possibly be.
Right.
I mean, it seems.
I think you're right. I mean, I think, like you guys just talked about it in the beginning, all these stories came up that there's an A-list actor that's HIV positive, and they even went as far as to describe his girlfriends, like an actress, an Oscar winner. It's like the floodgates were opening up, and if you want to talk about it, you do it in your own way.
But before this story, anybody did any of these stories, like you had said, that there were friends of his he told, it circulated, there were other people who had interactions with Charlie who then went to him and said, look, I'm going to sue you, I'm angry, I feel betrayed, and this and that, and that this happened in some cases several months before all of this eventually started coming out.
Oh my God, hi guys, my name is Ryan Dennis, I'm from Philadelphia, and I can only say that Charlie Sheen, being one of the most powerful men in Hollywood, making the most money, it's very brave of him to come out and talk about his diagnosis publicly. And I think that putting a lot of women in danger, he has to speak open to the public because they have a right to know.